pretty good phone overall, but the biggest takeaway is that going from the iPhone 11 Pro, which was the phone I had right before this, there's practically no difference at all. I see absolutely no difference between my day-to-day uses. This phone doesn't have any crazy features that my iPhone 11 Pro didn't have. This phone just has flat sides to it and is a little bit bigger. And I thought I would notice it day by day, but I really don't. Like, this is literally the same exact experience. I don't really notice that big of a difference. And I'll be honest, I want to see big differences. It's not like I want to sit here and complain about it. I want to see a bigger difference going from one generation to the other. I expect more from Apple from doing this, and for them to kind of increase the prices from the other two models, the 12 mini and the 12. But even for them to not include a charging brick and different things like that in the earpods, like those things are kind of annoying. And for us to have practically virtually the same type of experience and for them to remove things is pretty weird, and I really didn't like that. I feel like going from the iPhone 10 to the iPhone XS may have been a little bit of a bigger upgrade in my opinion, at least that whole lineup, just because we were getting the iPhone XS Max, which was that bigger model. I just don't really see those many differences day by day. But on top of that, I will tell you, I actually don't really have too many complaints about this phone at the same time. I think early on, a lot of my issues, I actually have a lot of complaints now that I think about it. I totally forgot which phone I was, reviewing for a second. The 12 Pro has 4 different issues that I can think of. 1, the battery life has been super inconsistent. It's not that it's bad, it's just inconsistent. With my 11 Pro, I could kind of think about it in my day, like in my head, like, okay, this phone will last me throughout the day and, it'll be perfectly fine. And if I don't charge it, who cares? It'll probably still have enough for tomorrow. With this phone, some days it's like that. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. It's very weird, and I will never understand how Apple has programmed this battery inside of this device. First of all, it's smaller. It's a bigger phone, but it's smaller in battery size than the past generation, which still doesn't make any sense. And day by day from the last 2 months, it's been very inconsistent. Like, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. And it's a very weird thing. And sometimes if I'm on like a FaceTime call for more than like 20 minutes, the battery goes down a ton. And on my iPhone 11 Pro, I never really experienced that, which was very weird. So that's like the first problem. The second problem is that I'm actually still not getting text and iMessages, and I'm just missing notifications all across the board. And this is very annoying and super weird, because sometimes I'll have like a time sensitive thing I have to respond back to somebody, and I won't be able to go and respond back because my stupid iPhone 12 Pro won't actually go and notify me that, and that's very annoying. My iPhone 11 Pro, one thing I loved about it, honestly, I will tell you, it was probably my most consistent, most stable iPhone I've ever owned in my life. Probably more stable than my iPhone 7 Plus. My 7 Plus I had an amazing experience with. With this phone, I don't know, with the 12 Pro, it's like I miss notifications all the time. I'll get a text message and it won't go through. It won't even ring my Apple Watch half the time. And most of the time, it's like the notification won't even come up. It's like I have to go to the app itself and then it'll go ahead and tell me. So I don't know. I think the issue is that if you have the, app actually open, if you have the messages app in the background open, like on your multitasking thing, then I think it may just assume that you're still in that app or something. I think that's what the issue is, honestly. Because when I, swiped out of all my apps, I get notifications. But when I'm in the messages app and my multitasking pin on my phone's off, it won't give me notifications. So that in and of itself is a humongous issue. Hopefully Apple fixes it. They said they fixed it, but they didn't. I'm still on 14.2.1. So that's the second issue. My